over. Now comes the time for education.
Whose education, mine or the children's?
Both, my dear Nora.
Oh, Torvald, you can't teach me to be a fit wife for you.
Can you say that?
And am I fit to educate them?
Nora!
Did you not say a few minutes ago you wouldn't dare for me to be with them?
In the heat of the moment, why should you dwell upon that?
No, you are perfectly right. This problem is beyond me. There's another to be solved first. I must educate myself, and you're not the man to help me in that. And that is why I'm leaving you.
What? Say?
I must stand to know me and my surroundings, so I cannot stay here with you.
Nora! Nora!
I'm going home at once. Cristiano will pick up my things for me.
You are mad. I shall not allow it. I forbid it.
Tomorrow I shall go home.
Home?
I meant what was my home. Maybe I'll find some opening there.
Oh, in your blind experience.
I must try to gain experience, Torvald.
To forsake your home, your husband, and your children. You don't consider what the world will say.
I pay no heed to that. I only know what I must do it.
It's exasperating. Can you forsake your holiest duties in this way?
What do you call my holiest duties?
You ask me that? Your duties to your husband and children.
I have duties equally sacred.
Impossible. What duties do you mean?
My duties towards myself.
Before all else, you are a wife and a mother.
That I no longer believe. I believe before anything else, I am a human being. Or at least I will try to become one. I know that most people agree with you, Torvald, in what they say in the books, but I don't. I must think clear of things that I know.
Are you not clear about your place in your own home? Have you not an infallible guide to questions like these? I suppose you have some moral feeling. Or answer me, perhaps you have none.
Well, Torvald, I really don't know. I only know that I think quite differently from you. And I can't believe what they say. Or what they're right. It appears that a woman has no right to spare her dying father, or to save her husband's life. I don't believe in that.
Nor you talk like a child. You don't consider what the world will say.
No, I don't. But I shall try to. I must make up my mind which is right, society or I.
Nora, you are ill. You are feverish. I think you are out of your senses.
I have never felt so much clearness as of tonight.
You are clear enough to forsake husband and children?
Yes, I am.
Then there's only one possible explanation.
What's that?
You no longer love me.
That's just it.
Nora!
I'm so sorry, Torvald. You've been so kind to me, but I just can't.
Are you clear on this point too?
Yes, quite, and that's why I cannot stay here any longer.
And can you also make clear to me how I have forfeited your love?
This evening, when I saw you were not the man I had hoped for.
Explain yourself, I don't understand.
I've waited so patiently these 8 years, of course. I saw that miracles do not happen every day. When this crushing blow threatened me, I said to myself, now here comes the miracle, and it never came.
Well, when I had given up my own wife's name to disgrace and shame.
I firmly believed that you would come up and say I am the guilty one.
Nora.
You mean that I would have never accepted such a sacrifice? No, certainly not. But would my assertions have been so much worth opposition to yours? That was the miracle I had hoped and dreaded for, Torvald. It was to hinder that I wanted to die.
Nora, I would gladly work for you day and night, but no man shall sacrifice his life.
Millions of women have done so.
Oh, you think and talk like a silly child.
You need to think or talk like the man I want to share the rest of my life with. I was your love, your doll, that you would have taken twice care for in the future because she was so weak and fragile. Torvald, in that very moment, it had burst upon me that I had been living with a strange man these 8 years and had borne 3 children with him.
Hold that baby down.
I see it. The abyss has opened between us, but Nora, can it never be filled up?
Now I'm no wife for you.
I have strength to become another man.
Perhaps when your doll is taken away.
To part from you? Oh, Nora, no, I can't grasp the thought.
More reason for this to happen.
Yes!
No, Nora, wait! Wait till tomorrow.
You know, I can't spend another night in a strange man's house.
Can't we just try?
You know that won't last long, Torvald.
But you're my wife now and always.
Listen, Torvald, when a wife leaves her husband as I am doing, I have heard that in the eyes of the law that she is free from all duties towards her. At this rate, I release you from all my duties. You must not feel yourself any bond to me. Give me my ring.
That too?
That too.
Here.
Very well. The servants know everything better than I do. Tomorrow I will have started and Cristiano will pick up my things for me. I will have them sent over.
Nora, will you ever think of me again?
Oh, I shall often think of you and the children in this house.
May I invite you, Nora?
No, never. You must not.
But I must send you.
You may not.
I must help you if you need it.
I take nothing from strangers.
Nora, will I ever be more than a stranger to you?
Or Torvald, then the miracles of miracles would have to happen.
It's the miracle of miracles.
Both of us would have to change so that. Torvald, I no longer believe in miracles.
But I will believe. We must so change that.
And that communion should be between our marriage. Goodbye, Torvald.
Thank you, Your Worship. Permit a sorely bereaved woman who has lost her husband and must now fear to lose her child. To address a few words to you. Gracious Nutella Alice.
A cruel fate, sir, compels me and plead with you to return my beloved child. It's hard for me to describe the charms of the Greek mother. The sleepless nights,
It is unspeakable how this woman has been treated. She is barred from entering her husband's palace. The income from his estate is withheld from her. Without an iota of feeling, they tell her her income is entitled to the legal heir. She can't do anything without her child. She can't pay her lawyers. My dear Alice Chauvelin, why should it not be made known that Abishai estates are at stake?
Honor Sandra Alvarez, please, we agreed, It is true, of course, that the outcome of this trial will determine whether our noble client obtains possession of the Abishai estate. Also, I say, and by design for the paramount consideration, is the tragedy of a mother, as Nutella justly pointed out in the first words of her moving plea. Even if Michael Avishai were not heir to the estate, he would still be my client's dearly beloved child.
Enough. The court looks upon your mention of the estates as proof that we're all equal.
Thank you, Your Worship. My dear Eilish Chauvelin, we can prove in any event that the woman who sees the child is not the child's mother. Allow me to set the hard facts beyond the court. By an unfortunate conciliation of circumstances, this child, Michael Avishai, was left behind when his mother fled the city. Gersha, a kitchen maid, was seen that Easter Sunday busying herself with the child.
While the lady was busy writing which dresses to take with her.
Almost a year later, Gersha appeared with the child in a mountain village and concluded a marriage with...
On my feet, your worship. And he was mine.
I am the father, your worship. I was boarding your worship for 5 piastres.
Are you the man she married in the mountain village?
No, your worship. She married a peasant.
Wow. No good in bed?
We didn't get that far. I married on account of the child, to give him a roof over his head. He was in the war, your worship.
Now he wants to get back with me. Is that it?
I wish to stay.
I'm no longer free, your worship.
And the child, you claim, comes from Hori? Let me ask you one question. What kind of child is it? A ragged little bastard off the streets? Or a child of a noble, well-to-do family?
An ordinary child.
I mean, did he show refined features at an early age?
He showed a nose in his face.
He showed a nose in his face. I regard that as a significant. There's a story they tell about me. It seems that once before pronouncing the verdict, I went out and sniffed at a rose. Little tricks like that are necessary. Now I'm going to make this short. I'm not going to listen to any more of you people's lies, especially yours. I can imagine how you put this all up to pull the wool over my eyes. I know you. You're crooks.
I can imagine you want to make it short. I saw what you took.
Shut up. Have I taken anything from you?
Because I haven't got anything.
Perfectly right. I don't get a single thing from you down and outers. You want justice, but you don't want to pay. When you go to the butcher's, you know you have to pay. But you go to the judge if you go to a reef.
When the horse was to be shot, the horsefly held out his legs, as the saying goes.
Better a treasure from an old pile than a pebble from a mountain spring.
A fine day, let's go fishing, said the angler to the worm.
I'm my own master, said the hired man, and cut off his foot.
I love you like a father, said the star to the peasant, and cut the sawfish's head off.
Fool's worst enemy is himself.
But a bar has no nose.
You'll find 10 piastres for indecent language in a courtroom. That'll teach you your justice.
Some justice? You throw the book at us because we don't talk refined like her with her lawyers.
Right. You're too dumb. You deserve to be sad to me.
Because you want to give the child away to that woman who's so refined she wouldn't know how to change its diapers. You don't know any more about justice than I do. Put that in your pipe.
You got something there. I'm ignorant. The plants under my robe are full of holes. See for yourself. With me, it all goes into eating and drinking. I was raised in a monastery. Come to think of it, I'm buying you 10 piastres too, for contempt of court. What's more, you're stupid. Antagonizing me instead of making eyes at me and wiggling your ass a little put me in a good humor. 20 piastres.
You can make it 30, and I'll still tell you what I think of your justice, you drunken turnip. How dare you talk to me like cracked Isaiah in a church window, big shot? When they pulled you out of your mother, they didn't expect you to rap her knuckles so she stole a cup of millet someplace. And aren't you ashamed of yourself to see me trembling like this on account of you? You serve these people so their houses won't be taken away because they stole them. Since when do houses belong to bedbugs? But you take care of them or they wouldn't drag our men off to their wars, you flunky. I have no respect for you. No more than I have for a thief and a murderer with a knife. He does what he pleases. It's 100 to 1. You can take that child away from me, but I'll still tell you one thing. For a job like yours, they should only hire rapists and usurers to punish them by having them sit in judgment over their fellow men, which is worse than hanging them on the gallows.
And that makes it 30. I'm not going to wrangle with you anymore. This isn't a tavern. I'm a judge, and I've got my dignity. And to tell you the truth, I've lost interest in your case. I'm adjourning this case for 15 minutes.
We can rest our case, gracious lady. It's in the bag.
You rubbed things the wrong way. Now he'll take the child away from you.
Shalva, my smelling salts.
I need the child. Woman, I seem you have a soft spot for justice. I don't believe he's rich, but supposing he were, wouldn't you want him to be rich? You only have to say he's not yours. Why would you agree? A palace, plenty of horses in his stable, plenty of beggars on his doorstep, plenty of petitioners in his courtyard, and plenty of soldiers in his service. What's your answer to that? Wouldn't you want him to be rich? Woman, I think I understand.
I won't give him up. I raised him and he knows me.
He's in rags.
That's not true. He didn't give me enough time to put on his good shirt.
He's been in a pigsty.
I'm not a pig, but I know someone who is. Where did you leave your child?
He's a criminal. Shall be flogged this minute.
Gracious Attila Abishai, you promised. Your worship, the plaintiff's nerves.
Plaintiff and defendant. The court has heard your case, but is not yet certain who the child's true mother is. It's my duty as judge to pick a mother for the child. I'm going to give you a test. Shava, take a piece of chalk and draw a circle on the floor. The child.
Oh, no.
Plaintiff and defendant, stand just outside the circle, the both of you. Each of you take the child by one arm. The true mother will have the strength to pull the child out the circle.
High Court of Justice, I object to making the fate of the large Abishai estate. And somebody who's used to and accustomed to physical labor would be stronger than Natalia Abishai.
She looks well fed to me. Pull.
What did I say? The ties were blurred.
What's the matter with you? Why didn't you pull?
I didn't hold on to him. Your worship, I take back what I said against you. I beg your forgiveness. If only I could keep him until he knows all his words. He only knows a few.
Don't try to influence the court. I bet you don't know more than 20 yourself.
Oh!